to work with Utah State's Human Resources Department and determine one of the problem areas that they're having. We decided to work with the USU Wellness Center. Our main contact was Carolyn Shugart, the director of the USU Wellness Program. From there we determined that in order to really cater the USU Wellness Program to Utah State employees' needs, that we would need to determine what those needs are. In order to determine their needs, we created and administered a survey in order to gauge what type of issues that they're having with their own wellness and where the direction of the wellness program should go in the future.
We're here with Carolyn Shugart, the coordinator of the Wellness Center. We're here to interview her and ask her a few questions about it. Carolyn?
Oh, hi there. I was very pleased when this group of students showed enthusiasm for the wellness program and wanted to help me expand the program. So I'm thrilled to have this kind of help.
Can you give us an overview of the wellness program and the benefits it has for the employees at Utah State?
You bet. You know, our main goal is to try to bring down healthcare costs. That's pretty much why I was hired 2.5 years ago. But the ulterior motive is to really support employees and have them happy and healthy and inspired and able to do anything that they want to do in life and not be limited by illness.
What are some obstacles that you have faced in implementing this wellness program?
I think the biggest obstacle we have in human beings is changing behavior. It is really hard. If you've all tried to change something about yourself, it takes a lot of motivation. And you really have to look at the barriers that keep you from doing what you want to do in life. Let's take weight loss as an example. Let's say you wanted to lose 10 pounds of body fat. This is represented in two of these models that are each 5 pounds. You can kind of put them, wherever you want them on your body. But in order to lose 10 pounds of body fat in a year, it comes down to decreasing calories by just 100 calories a day. So that's a small, modifiable, easy thing to do, okay? Just decreasing your calories by 100 calories a day. This is a typical soda. It's 20 ounces and it is 250 calories. So if somebody were to drink one of these each day for a year, they would gain 25 pounds of body fat.
Wow.
Well, inversely, if people switched from a sugar beverage like this to a diet beverage or water, better yet, they could lose 25 pounds of body fat in a year. Now that's really doable when you think of it in those kind of terms. But a lot of people don't get that kind of good information, practical information from the media. What they get is diets, diet aids, pills, and the other end of that is that we are marketed from birth on to eat junk food. It's cheap, it's available, it tastes great, we're hardwired to love junk food. It's a no-brainer to understand why we have a weight crisis in America, because we're not giving incentives for people to stay healthy. We give them incentives to be sick, and then we try to patch them up. So our healthcare crisis is absolutely out of control. But if we were able to shift some of the incentives, for example, if we were to market healthy food, organic, local produce, that kind of thing, and take away the subsidies on junk food that make them artificially cheap, we could change behavior. I'm really pleased that Michelle Obama has started an childhood obesity campaign that's going to give us a lot of support with this new healthcare legislation. We got labeling of fast food restaurant food items. You'll be able to go into a restaurant and see how many calories you're consuming. That's really a powerful information, and that can help us.
What are some of your goals for the wellness program?
You know, what I see as a nurse, I work in the hospital a couple days a month in dialysis, a place where people go when they've ruined their kidneys due to high blood pressure or high sugar levels. Being ill and sick takes a terrible toll personally on family members. I've seen a lot of awful things that are a result of disease and sickness. And if I can keep anybody at this university from having to go to a dialysis center, I'd be really pleased. So anything that I can do to try to decrease weight, to get people to exercise, to have people live very more relaxed, confident lives, that's what I'm here to do. We've got lots of programs to try to encourage employees to be well. We have different options in the dining services that are identified as healthier choices. Working with dining services, we were able to give people a discount if they choose the healthier option. That's kind of a paradigm shift, because usually you make people pay more for health, and I don't think that's right. I think the healthy options should be cheaper, and I think you should have to pay more for junk food to change the financial incentive so people will change their behavior. But that's one issue. We want to get healthy options in people's mouths. We want them to choose the healthier options and actually eat them. We also have fitness assessments. They're offered free to employees and their family members. We put them through a series of exercise testing. We have a treadmill, body fat, height, weight, flexibility, these kinds of tests. It's done in a very friendly, easy, supportive manner. We don't share those kinds of numbers with the coworkers or anything. It's all confidential. But that's been really widely accepted. People like that. We've thrown in a few free T-shirts and free Be Well meals, and that seems to increase participation rates. So that's wonderful. We're going to launch another really neat program this summer to do that. We also have personal training for employees. So if you haven't been exercising for a while, we have student trainers that can get to know you and get you introduced to the Wellness Center so you can work out and feel confident in our center, kind of know what we're all about. Everything that we have is listed on our website, usu.edu/wellness. We have a wellness library in the Merrill Kassir Library with lots of great videos. You can watch videos with your children, Super Size Me, King Corn, Food Inc., these kind of great videos. You can read books about wellness. There's just lots of resources for you on campus.
What are some simple ways to exercise?
Well, I'm glad you asked that. We in the Wellness Center have these really snazzy pedometers. They're $21. We sell them at cost to anybody who wants them. What's really neat about a pedometer is it gives you a cue in your environment and reminds you to exercise. So there's a national program out. It's called the 10,000 Steps Program, and that's the equivalent of a 5-mile walk in a day. All right, we're just looking to try to change the balance just a little bit in people's lives. Eat a little bit less in terms of calories, more fruits and vegetables, and exercise a little bit more. So that's the 10,000 Steps Program. We also have walking routes around campus. This is an example of our walking sign, and it shows a 1.4-mile walk and a 2-mile walk. We actually have a walking club on campus. We meet Mondays and Wednesdays at noon, and employees can walk with us and get little prizes after they put in their 20-mile miles. Little T-shirts, small things, baseball hats, lunch bags, flashlights, that kind of thing. So that's one aspect. I really recommend walking and having a pedometer so you can gauge your activity level. Most people underestimate the amount that they walk, and they underestimate how many calories they consume. So it kind of gives you a better perspective if you can actually monitor or measure what you want to change. So that's the walking club. We also have lots of exercise classes. We have a fantastic gentle yoga class with a wonderful instructor. We have cycling classes, and we've tied into campus recreation. So all the classes that they have for students, employees can also participate in as well.